Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. I wanted to make this quick video to talk about how leadership within Planetside is disincentivized. There are certainly ways in which it is incentivized for very small groups of players. For example, if you're a super skilled player and you want to play with other super skilled players, you may want to lead a squad so that you can have all those players play together, because otherwise nobody's going to do it. And so that's one of the few use cases where leadership has some utility, but for most people right now, squad leading isn't incentivized, and neither is platoon leading. Really, the only reasons to do it is if you want to do it out of a desire for self-mastery in order to get good at something and as a way to challenge yourself, or because you think that by leading you're going to grow your outfit, which is somewhat correlated, but it's not one-to-one because there's other ways to do it. You don't even have to, by the way, public platoon lead. For example, we haven't led a public platoon in boys for... we'll do one every so often, and we have a few public platoon leaders, to be fair, but they don't recruit to Discord, which is what we consider our real community. The way we recruit people to our community is we just have on the squad finder Discord mandatory and a link to our Discord. And we probably get 10 new Discord members a day just from doing that. So we don't need to public platoon lead, there's no incentivization for it, even if you do want a community, in my opinion. What we really need, and there's a few solutions, is some ways for leaders to be selfishly incentivized to lead via voice. And there's a few different ways, and by the way, leadership needs to be in this game more because community in this game is very important, and it's one of the unique selling points of this game. If you had everyone talking in voice in a similar way to you see Valorant, CSGO, and even Fortnite, a lot of the time people do talk in voice in those games. So there is a way to get people more talkative. Some ways are super simple as well, by the way. Before we go into the selfish stuff, you need to have platoons that have ticked voice-led platoon or non-voice-led platoon, so that people that don't want to talk in voice or listen to people in voice or be led can still be in a squad or platoon without feeling like they're losing something. And at the same time, the people that want to talk in voice aren't talking to people that don't want to listen to them. And so that really would help things straight off the bat. But there's a bunch of other stuff we can do selfishly in order to make leadership more viable for people. For example, on the left of your screen, when you are leading a public squad or a public platoon, it should show you how close you are to your next ribbon in a nice 2022 UI, specifically showing your progress towards getting that next leadership ribbon. And as well, on top of that, it should give a lot more the reward to whatever it usually gives, and make it very clear that that's how much reward you get while you're playing the game leading that squad. So say if you get 20 starts per squad leadership ribbon or 50 starts per platoon leadership ribbon, and that way people do have a reason to public platoon lead more than they currently do. There's a few other selfish ways to get people to public platoon lead more. One's to do with ego. If people at the end of an alert see a breakdown of who led the most on their faction specifically, and say who the top people that were revived were, just simple stuff like that incentivizes people into doing things which are beneficial for the community, and it also makes them feel more appreciated, and what they did had some meaning associated with it, and they gained some reputation. Whereas after an alert, you could have done awful or done amazing, and there's no reward. The only thing you get is a FISU. If you look on FISU, you can see a leaderboard, but nobody's going to do that. Nobody looks at it, so it's not relevant. The game needs to make it very relevant when you revive a lot of people, when you platoon lead, and when you say use Sunderers a lot and you get a lot of people spawning in Sunderers. Whatever it is that they want to incentivize, there needs to be that structure in place after each alert. Obviously with leadership, that's pretty obvious how you would do a breakdown after an alert. It would just show you how many platoon leadership ribbons that you received. Now of course, 2 years ago I used to public platoon lead every single day for multiple months straight. But what I quickly noticed is nobody was joining the Discord or getting accustomed with our community, and we were the definition of a traditional Zerg fit. We didn't have much of a community, nothing was really happening. And so I thought to myself, okay, how do I fix this? And it wasn't by public platoon leading more. I realized very quickly, luckily, that I was getting almost nothing in return for public platoon leading. You need to have systems set in place in order to promote people joining your community, and oftentimes it's nothing to do with if you lead or not. And again, simply in the squad finder, having a link to the Discord saying it's mandatory to join your ops will make people join the Discord. And then once they're in the Discord, at that point they might realize that, oh, this is a cool community, okay fine, I'll communicate with them. But unless they're there initially, they're never going to find out. And so right now, upfront public platoon leading, you don't get anything in return in my opinion. So what's the point in it? And this really, again, is more of a problem for the devs to figure out. I've gave some basic ideas here, and I really do think that a lot of people are selfish and they need selfish reasons to do things, because a lot of people aren't interested in the self-mastery of how to public platoon lead and getting good at like getting people to follow you. And even if once you then reach that point, okay, then what? What's the incentivization to continue once you've got confidence that you know how to do it? Once you've won a few alerts and you think, okay, I can see what my impact is, and it is pretty big, and I am being useful by doing this, but what do I benefit? At that point, you really do have to have these systems in place in order to continue to incentivize it. And again, that's start gain. That's ego via having a game summary after each alert. Simple things like that, in my opinion, would work, and I'm sure the devs could think of their own, and I encourage them to go ahead and do that, but please do something. I hope when these devs go through and look at squad leaderships, what they seem to be saying that they're going to do, and bless their hearts they're trying, is they say, alright, we want to have people in temporary squads so they can still benefit from squad logistics via beacons, by having them in temporary squads each time they go to a new base, and they're automatically assigned that into that squad. I mean, that's cute, but it's not going to do anything to address leadership problems. It's not going to, even if it does, like, oh, you can form a permanent squad if you want to from that temporary squad. It's really, like, what's that going to do? Half those people don't want to even be in voice to begin with. So why would you try to communicate with those people? It's like, who asked? So hopefully the devs really do think about if that's worth their time, or if maybe they should go down a different path. Things that I've mentioned in this video, and I'm sure other ways in which we could get public platoon leaders. But again, just to reiterate, having a community in this game is very strong, and that does lead to a better retention, because when people know that they're a part of a community, of course they're going to stay around for longer. I would actually be okay with them entirely removing instant join outfits, and removing the entire invite outfit system, if they just made it way more apparent that you should join an outfit. Like every 5 levels that you level up, you are sent to the outfit screen and told, oh hey, you should join an outfit and this is why. And again, giving selfish reasons. Oh, you get better logistics. Oh, you get to use war assets. You get to be involved in ops. Those are selfish reasons. And by highlighting those reasons, and by showing people the outfit screen more often, and showing them like, okay, this is why you should join an outfit, and here's a list, people can then make an informed decision. Again, the devs need to think, how do we correctly try to push people into being in a community? Because right now it isn't that incentivized, it's just a button in the menu. If you don't see that button, then they may just never join an outfit and just leave. But if every 5 levels they're being shown, oh hey, this is an outfit, and maybe like a 1-minute video plays showing this is all the stuff that you get, this is why it's super useful to be in an outfit, maybe then people would join more often, come join ops and stuff. Because that really would help this game so much if there was more people in that group. I've had so many people over the last 2 years who have specifically said that they had no intention of joining our outfit. They weren't qualified leads at all, but they just happened to have an invite to the outfit, and then they had me an outfit voice to say come to Discord, and then they, after like maybe the first time or maybe a few times, maybe 5 times, whatever, they were like, okay fine, I'll come join. And then they became long-term members specifically because I pushed for them to come join. But in a similar way, the devs need to try to do that too, and it's not even difficult for them to do, and they have a lot more capabilities to do it than even I do. By the way guys, I'm going to have plenty of guides coming out in the future, so make sure you're subscribed. I know that this kind of video is a bit more esoteric and doesn't apply to a lot of people, but I still think it's an important thing to talk about within the community, so I hope that you appreciate that. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, helps the channel a bunch. Comment your thoughts and ideas. Have a great day. I'm out. GG. Bye bye.